Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Arsenal and me. How are you all doing today? On the back of our loss to Newcastle at St. James's Park, it's really a tough one, really, because I couldn't make a video yesterday because number one, it was late, in Nigeria, and I was tired, and I was even not so happy that we lost, even though I wasn't really very. I actually said we were going to win, but of course we did not win. I said we were going to win by 3 goals to 1. We probably go into extra time and then take it away from them. But so we did not win, and here we are. Now, today we are going to be talking about a lot of things on the Arsenal in me, and we are going to be looking at our players' rating. We are going to be looking at how who really played well yesterday, what I believe the players or how I believe the players are beginning to feel in the squad. And so, before we get into all of that, please, if you have not subscribed to my channel already, please do so. I know the channel is new, we are growing, but of course, we are going to get there. Please help us get to our first 1,000 subscribers and let's get it started. Please remember to subscribe, share, and like. And also importantly, follow us on X. If you're on X, that is Twitter, the Arsenal in me. We follow back everybody that follow us on the Arsenal in me. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Arsenal in me, just like I have said. So today we are going to be talking about a whole lot of things, from Saliba to Trossard to Sterling to a lot of Arsenal players yesterday, and we're actually going to be looking at how we performed yesterday. First of all, we are going to be talking about Martinelli, Odegard, and a whole lot of other things that comprise our poor performance yesterday. It is no doubt that we performed really poorly yesterday. Coming back off our fantastic win against Manchester City. At home at the Emirates Stadium, we won by 5 goals to 1. That is past now. But yesterday we saw class. We saw class from Isaac. It's really nice because I did a live yesterday. I did a live watch along yesterday, and I wasn't really happy to see Isaac play for Newcastle. I wish Isaac was playing for us now, because I mean, of course, we all can see that Isaac is really a very good player, no doubt about that. Only if we want to be deceiving ourselves. So just like I said, the match finished by 2 goals to 0 yesterday. Aggregates of 4 goals to 0. We lost again at St James's Park. A fantastic performance by Newcastle, no doubt about that. I really give it to them. Arsenal did not play like somebody who really wanted to win yesterday. We just played like we have given up already. Just like the way Manchester City played, like they have given up already. So now that we are here, what really happened yesterday? We saw a goal from Jacob Murphy in the 19th minute. That was just about when Isaac scored, first, and then the goal was ruled offside. A fantastic goal, I must say. And of course, in the second half, the goal that broke the camel's back was from Anthony Gordon. So, how did our player rate according to SofaScore? We saw, let me start with the goalkeeper, of course. We saw a poor performance from David Raya yesterday with 5.9 ratings. He made a mistake that led to the second goal. He wasn't really himself yesterday. I don't really know what happened. I think the whole squad just decided yesterday that they were just going to make sure that we have a bad day, the fans that we have a bad day. It's quite unfortunate. I'm quite unhappy. But then we really have to just talk about it, and it's the work that we have to do. Now, David Raya yesterday, of course, as I'm saying, has a 5.9 rating. Lewis Kelly has a 7.2 rating. Declan Rice has 7.0. Trossard has 8.4. Kayavat has 6.2. Gabriel Martinelli has 6.6. Odegard has 7.1. Pate has 6.7. Saliba has 6.1. And then Urian Timber has 6.8. So we are going to start off first with what I noticed yesterday. And what did I notice? I noticed that yesterday, you know, our most important, should I say, this season, maybe not this season, but our Rolls Royce really has broken down. So what did I mean by our Rolls Royce has broken down? I think personally, Saliba has some issues right now, and the issue Saliba has to do with, since the time he has been linked with what is it now? Since the time he has been linked with Real Madrid. Sorry. So I think Saliba, since the time he has been linked with Real Madrid, has really, really not been putting his head in the game anymore. I think he's having a little bit of distraction, no doubt about that, and we all can see it. And if this guy is having distraction, our team cannot be complete because this was about the best defender we had last season. Yesterday, and even in the match prior to yesterday, that was the match against Manchester City. He also put in a poor performance. I mean, of course, you know Haaland. So how can you be at the back of Haaland as at the time and you know how dangerous Haaland is. So I think something is really, really happening with Saliba. I do not want to believe he's not in. I do not want to believe he's not his top self this season. I think he's beginning to get his head out of the squad. The Real Madrid rumors, the fact that we have, he has been rated as, to be about the best defender right now. So I think those things are beginning to really, really shape him, reshape him, and we can see how Gabriel is performing for goodness sakes. But I will come back to Gabriel. So it was a poor performance from Saliba yesterday, and we can also testify from, so far scores rating here. He has a 6.1 rating as we can see. So if this guy has a 6.1 rating, for goodness sakes, it should be very difficult for us to win. David Raya has a 5.9 rating. So David Raya's situation, personally, I think is as a result of the fact that the whole team yesterday was just not playing well. But there are special incidences like the one of Saliba. He couldn't even properly mark Isaac yesterday. Isaac was bullying Saliba, for goodness sakes. I have never seen that in a long time. Saliba is strong, he's fierce, he's this, he's that. But yesterday he was actually bullied. So Isaac really, really did his job yesterday. Apart from the fact that Isaac is versatile, he's very, very prolific. Prolific in the face of goal scoring. Both goals he scored. The first goal he scored that was ruled out for offside, and the second one that he shot the ball that hit the bar. They were nice goals. A goal that I've not even seen Alan score that kind of a goal. So I know I made a video where I talked about our transfer window, where I said, I do not think we had a bad transfer window because yesterday's performance was a general poor performance. I do not think there is any player in particular, but the level of Saliba is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Or maybe the things that happened yesterday were actually the contributing factor to all of the things that happened in our match. So I talked about Saliba. Who else would I be talking about? I will also be looking at, the performance from Odegard. Odegaard, since he came back from injury, has not been the same Odegaard yet. Odegaard, he used to be. We all know how Odegaard is. We know he likes to catch players. We know he likes to, put out the dangerous passes. Newcastle yesterday had a low block yesterday. We just couldn't break through their midfield. All they did yesterday was just stay on a low block, then give us on a counter. While we were playing nice balls, they were playing the hard ball with us. We did not even have a player. We do not even have anybody that could shoot from outside. Then we have a problem with low blocks that every time that because I said this on Twitter yesterday. So just a reminder again, if you are here to follow me on Twitter, please follow at the Arsenal in me. I'm going to follow you back. So going back to what we are saying, I said it on Twitter yesterday that whenever we have a low block situation where we have a team that are playing us on a low block, we resort to having to play via flanks. Now, if we are playing via flanks, then we end up having more corners, and now we have not even scored corner in a very long time. And apart from the fact that we have corners, then at the end of the day, we keep playing the ball into the box, looking for somebody who is going to knock the ball in. We all know we see the problem is we know the issues we have, but we are not solving the problem. Look at what we did against Man City, for example. We were playing through the center. All of a sudden, why are we now beginning to play through the flanks again when we are on a low block situation? Had it been yesterday, we were trying to force an error on Newcastle just the way we did against Manchester City. We probably could have won that match or maybe draw that match yesterday. But we were beginning to play through flanks also yesterday because we felt like they had a low block situation. And maybe if we can play through the flanks, we can come in. This is unfortunate. I do not want to see Arsenal playing like that. I have problems with repeating the same thing over and again and it doesn't work. Mikel Arteta should learn all of these things. I think see, I do not want to criticize Arteta, but I think he doesn't learn on some things. 5 years as a manager, he should have learned a lot of things. I'm not a manager, I know we are fans, but we can see what is happening on the pitch. We know how we played against this, and we can predict how we play better. So going forward, Martinelli unfortunately picked up a supposedly hamstring injury yesterday. Even though Mikel Arteta said, they are going to have to do an AC. I mean, do what do they call it now? A scan. Yeah, sorry, it took me so long to remember. A scan to determine what is going on with Martinelli. It wasn't like, okay, fine. As at the time he was on the pitch, of course, we know Martinelli. We expect we know what he's going to do. We know that, of course, he's not going to look up before he dribble. We know he's going to run into players. We know all of that already. But particularly, he wasn't entirely bad yesterday. Let me see the rating SofaScore gave him. SofaScore gave him a rating of 6.6. Before he was substituted yesterday, and he was substituted at about let me see, Gabriel Martinelli. Okay, Martinelli was substituted at the 37th minute, so he was substituted in the first half. So, I mean, the first goal that was ruled out for offside was 7 minutes. Can you imagine? Isaac scored us as early as 7th minute into the match. Jacob Murphy scored the first goal in 19th minute. If you didn't see my live score, please look up for my live score. I'm going to attach it somewhere here or here. You know, so So it's unfortunate what has really happened to Martinelli, and to think of the fact that our transfer window was quiet like a grave. We did not beat. I can tell you, Arsenal did not go for anybody. I can tell you for it. Maybe Oli Watkins, but that Oli Watkins deal, I do not think. Personally, I do not think is what it is. 29 years old. He is 29 years, of course. Fine is a good player, but then I think the price is maybe not too much, but the age is a problem. The age is a problem. So Martinelli really picked up an injury yesterday. Is an unfortunate situation. I wish him quick recovery, and I really, really hope by the time he's back, he's able to pick up his form, because he hasn't picked up form in a very long time. Now, Havertz. I'm confused on what to say on Havertz. I'm confused because in my mind, I know we did not. In fact, that's the defense I've been giving Havertz on Twitter, and even if I have personal conversations with people. In my mind, I know we did not bring in Havertz as a striker. Yes, I know that in my mind. Yes, I do. But at the same time, he has been playing as a striker for Arsenal for a while now, and I think he needs to actually begin to really, really grow into that position, or into his new role. So how long would it take Havertz to begin to grow into, or start embracing that new role as a striker? Not okay, he's not a striker. Maybe Chelsea converted him to a striker. You know, he's a midfielder. Now you are now a striker in Arsenal for maybe this is his third season. I can't recall. Maybe let me okay, this is third season, for example. Last season he scored quite a number of goals. This season he's not entirely doing bad as well. He has scored 17 goals in all competitions. 17, I think maybe plus or minus 17 goals. I mean goals and assists this season. He's not entirely doing badly. But Arsenal does not need someone like Havertz. We need somebody that can actually, give us the goals. Sorry. Somebody that can actually give us the goals. Somebody that can actually banger like the way Isaac bangered yesterday. Isaac bullied Saliba throughout that match yesterday. So I do not really want to say much on Havertz because we have been having a back and forth on Havertz. And of course, there is nothing we can do now because we are actually stuck with Havertz now. So with Martinelli's injury yesterday, Arsenal is actually left with, just four senior players as a forward, attackers. So we are left with players like a Trossard, Nwaneri, Sterling, and Havertz. So we are left with Sterling, Nwaneri, Havertz, and Trossard. So these are the senior forward players that we have right now. And I think we are in a lot of trouble. We are in a lot of trouble. I do not want to say that the league is gone. I do not want to say so. I believe, that because we can still find a way to fight for it. But the Champions League is hard. Only if we want to deceive ourselves. The Champions League is hard. So, who else am I going to be talking about? Of course, Havertz. Now you see this duo here. I mean, these three people here, minus Thomas Partey, who also should be part of this image, but I didn't get his own image. They are the real MVPs. Gabriel always deliver on a promo. Declan Rice, in fact, I made a video on Declan Rice. The short is also on my channel where I hailed Declan Rice ultra. Declan Rice, regardless of the situation, any day, anytime, always gives his best to the team. I mean, where is Declan Rice here? Declan Rice has a 7.0 rating. I did not even remember that in my head. Saliba has, I mean, Gabriel has a 6.6 rating and Trossard has a 6.4 rating. These guys are basically what Arsenal is banking on right now. We are banking on these guys because they are about the most valuable in our squad right now. So, what exactly could we have done if we don't have, for example, Gabriel and even Declan Rice? Because these are the two people that are carrying the team on their head. And sometimes when Partey really wants to play, where Partey can give his 100. So Partey yesterday has a rating of Thomas Partey has a rating of 6.7 yesterday. Not so bad. In fact, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad really because I mean 6.7. What is that for goodness sake for Thomas Partey? So our problems are mixed all in one, and now our fans are beginning to run on emotions. Because truly we could have gotten, additions, we could have gotten body additions into our team, but we failed to do that. We practically failed to bring in bodies into our team and is haunting us already. Gabriel is a real MVP. He's giving his all. This guy deserves to be the captain. He wants to carry the team, especially this season. Odegaard has not, he's not even himself this season. And then we want to score goals. When we are looking for goals, we are bringing in the likes of Merino and Sterling. We are bringing in Merino and Sterling. Like, how did we get here for goodness sakes? Maybe next season, maybe Merino can do better, but this season is a flop. Merino this season is a flop. Sorry, the earlier you get that, the better. We are bringing in Merino yesterday. They brought in Merino for, I think it was for Havertz. I mean for Odegard. Let me see. Okay, Merino for Trossard, then Sterling for Odegard. Well, reverse is the case. These are the kind of players we are bringing in. Then we are bringing in Ricardo Califieri for Urian Timber. That even makes sense. We are bringing in Jorginho for Thomas Partey. That is to let you know how worse we were yesterday. So Jorginho basically has a 6.3, Ricardo Califieri has 6.9, Mikel Merino has 6.6. So all of our players are within the 6-point rating. As you can see here, our average rating yesterday was 6.58. So bank below average for us now. Bank below average for us now. We have Merino, we have these guys, we have a season that is failed already. And I'm more disappointed in Saliba. I don't know what is wrong with. I do not want to believe Saliba is not on form. I think Saliba's head is not in the game anymore. So largely, how do we move forward from here? How do we move forward from here? To be very honest with you, fans, it's going to be a very, very difficult one. We have a very lean squad right now. The players that are promised by Mikel Arteta to be back are not back here. That is in Ben White. And who else is also going to be coming? Because as I just said, I was thinking if Ben White is back, for example, probably we would have some depth to add to the squad. So probably we'll have some depth to add to the squad. So imagine now that we have just 3 senior players left or 4 senior players left, and that is in the place of Trossard, Nwaneri, Sterling, and the Havertz. Sterling is zero. Havertz, manageable. Nwaneri, yes, maybe. Then Trossard. So if, mind you, Nwaneri just also returned from injury, if you know. So if Sterling picks up injury, for example, that is, in fact, even when he's playing, it's not even different from him not picking up injury, anyways. So if Havertz picks up the injury, for example, who exactly are we going to use now? For we bring in academy players. Why does Ateta like to make things difficult for himself, or why does the board like to make things difficult for Arsenal fans? Why are you not bringing in players, for example? We need bodies in this team. See, we love Havertz, we love what Havertz is doing, we love this, we love that, but we need bodies in this team. For example, yesterday it would have been very important if we had important players on the bench that can come in. We just had a transfer window that just closed for goodness sakes, and we did not even do anything in that transfer window. We could have had the best transfer window, we could have brought in people because we had the leverage, we have the money, yes, we have it. And we are a Champions League prospect, of course. We are in a good place in the Champions League. We can use all of that, all of those negotiating skills to bring in players. But we did not. Managing. I don't know what we are managing when Arsenal is not in. By the way, Imba is a Nigerian national team. I mean, Imba is a Nigerian football club. So I really don't know much to say about what is going on. Please, guys, remember to drop your comments in the comment section. Who you really think, did not play well yesterday? What you really think happened yesterday so that we can have a proper discussion on this. Also, subscribe to my channel. So now we all complain when Gary Neville talks to us about the winning mentality, not able to win. We have enjoyed our win against Manchester City. We should move on for goodness sakes and start winning other matches. We couldn't win yesterday. I even see some Arsenal fans saying, of course, it's Carabao Cup. And so what? When it's Carabao Cup, does that mean that we should not be able to win? Carabao Cup not designed to be won. So guys, what do you really? I do not want this video to be too long. So what do you really think? About our squad right now. What do you think is the future for us? What are your ideas about the squad? Let's discuss. Let's discuss. So I'm going to see you in another video that we are going to be doing. We are going to be talking about other things as well. So thank you for now. Please remember to to follow on Hex. It's quite important to me because I'm trying to build a community. So I will see you guys. Stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Till next time.